How about a little cold start? Nothing better than a nice cold start in the mornings to kick off a video. Back again with another video for you guys, and if you guys can't tell by the title of this video, we're going over the Speed 3 for you guys, because in the last video that you guys did see, we did just a reveal, but I didn't get into too much depth of the car. So I'm gonna make sure in this video we go ahead and cover everything about the Speed 3. But of course, first I'm just gonna let the car warm up a little bit, and then I'll just go to a little location and we'll go ahead and do the filming there. But on the plus side, this car has given absolutely no problems, no issues at all. It's been an amazing car. Pulled up, made it to a little location. So now we can go ahead and explain to you a little bit about this car. You know what, while we're inside, let's just go ahead and go over the inside. So as for the interior, nothing too crazy. I do need to change this because the chrome has peeled off, so I definitely need to wrap this, probably like a black or some type of other color. So the only really big difference here is that we have this, of course, aftermarket setup here, which is super great because now I don't have to use my phone for like navigation and map and stuff. I can just press this and go ahead and navigate with that. Now, of course, you got the Speed 3 seats, which are probably the best thing about this car, is that these seats are just so comfortable. They're just so nice. I love it. Also, boys, we can't forget that the Speed 3 is a 6-speed manual, not a 5-speed like the base 3s. We are now have a nice 6-speed manual, which is absolutely great. I love it. So good. All right, guys, so we are going to go ahead and start with the outside of the car. So without further ado, let's start off with the whole front end of the car. We got a nice lip that came with the car. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get a new lip because I do not like this one really, but it's okay for what it is. Of course, if you guys don't know, we got the little quick release fasteners here. It makes it so much easier on the Mazda 3 because they have like stock, they come with so much like random screws and bolts, so having that is just a lot easier. Another thing that we do have is these aftermarket wheels. I don't know like what wheels these are, probably some like cheap ones, but and then he just put the center caps on. But yeah, it's a nice, you know, okay rim for what it is. It's okay, at least for the meanwhile, until I go ahead and get new wheels for this car. All right, so the next thing is the DC Sports exhaust tip. This is not a full exhaust system, it's just the exhaust tip. You know what? For the next thing, let's actually go ahead and pop the hood. All right, guys, so here's under the hood of the car, which is pretty much relatively stock. Everything pretty much stock except for, of course, this sequential HKS blow-off valve. And yes, it is the real HKS blow-off valve. No cheap boy stuff, it's a real blow-off. However, if you guys do know, Speeds do not like blow-off valves, they like bypass valves. Which, of course, this HKS, it can be used as recirculated. So this is what, of course, this one is. It's recirculated into the intake, so that way no zoom zoom boom happens. Super common thing on these cars is the VVT timing chain. So far this one seems super good. There's no problems, no rattling, no anything like that, so that's a super great thing. And of course, as you guys already know, this car pretty much only has like 170,000 kilometers on it. Now the best thing about this car is that it came with BC coilovers, and I'm sure you guys know BC coilovers are one of the best coilovers that you can get for pretty much any car. Just for proof, you can see it right there, BC, and we have it set to a nice like in the middle tone where it's not too harsh but also pretty soft and comfortable, so it's just the perfect spec. But what do you guys think? Should we keep it how it is now, or should we lower it a little bit more? Obviously not now, maybe after winter, but right now, I don't know, I feel like it's still a little bit too high. Also, you guys can let me know what you guys prefer me to do to this car. Should I do a more stance type of build for this, or should I do a more meaty setup for this car? And another thing, this thing does come with fresh brakes and rotors, so don't gotta worry about brakes either. It is pretty much set. There is a brand new clutch inside this car also, and I almost forgot there is a short shifter in this car. Other than that, the car is pretty much stock, other than all those other things, which is probably the best thing you can do when getting a Speed 3 or any boosted car in general. You want to find one as least modified as possible. Little stuff like coilovers, you know, exhaust tip is not that bad, but when it comes to, like, you know, the motor and stuff like that, you definitely want to be very cautious, because like I said, you don't know what the owners have previously done to the car. Let me actually go inside because it is freezing out there. Whew. When I seen this car, it was listed for around 55 to around 6,000, which is a pretty average point for these cars. Speed 3s is usually like around maybe 5K and higher. Now, originally when I went to take a look at this car, it originally didn't start. The owner said the starter was gone and the alternator was gone. But I don't know, I just had a feeling that this car would be the one for me. So after negotiating with the guy, you know, back and forth with this car, he was actually a super cool guy. You know, we got along super well. But yeah, since the car didn't start or anything, we definitely had to, you know, come up with a fair price, because obviously you don't want to buy a car that doesn't start and you don't really 100% know everything that's, you know, good or bad with it. So check this out. When I bought this car off of him, which, check this, for this Speed 3, only $2,300. And remember, that's coming with the BC coilovers, the separate rims with winter tires, a brand new clutch, you know, new brakes. The body is pretty much like in pretty prime condition for this gen and this, you know, old of a car. And I took it home for $2,300. Absolutely insane. It does need maybe a little detailing for the headlights and stuff like that, but exterior wise, interior wise, and under the hood, it is like mint condition. After I bought this car and took it to the mechanic because we had to tow it, good thing for CAA, they're a huge help out. So originally the owner said it was the alternator and starter that was the reason why it wouldn't start. But when we checked at the mechanic, it turns out it was only the starter. Let's say $100 to $200 for the starter. Put it inside the car and we go away smooth. Everything about this car is absolutely mint. When I say this car is mint, guys, I mean this thing is absolutely mint. Mind you, the story about this is absolutely crazy too, because I was looking at a ton of other speeds before this one. This one I've seen and I've skipped over it so many times, but every time I went to check a different speed, for some reason it just felt like it was not the right one, or they would be sold, or something would happen. I'm pretty sure this was just a sign from God saying, you know, this is the car for you, and here it is. Oh yeah, I also forgot we have like window visors and window tint. I'm not too sure what it is, probably like 30%, I don't know. Maybe you guys will know. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much the car, the walk around of the car. Like I said, it's nothing like so crazy, but for what we got for this car is just, it's a miracle, man. It's one of those things where it's like those rare deals that don't come by often. Before I go ahead and close off this video, if I can encourage you guys with one thing, it would be this. When you're looking for a car, trust me, the right one is out there for you. Just because the first, second, third, fourth, fifth car that you're looking at gets sold, or, you know, something happens, does not mean it's the end of the world. This is just, you know, the world and God speaking to you that this isn't the car for you. Why? Is because he has something 10 times better for you. If you really like something that much, you're gonna put in the effort regardless. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep going ahead and preaching to you guys. I just wanted to encourage you guys with this, because it blows my mind that we even got this car, honestly. But anyway guys, let me know what the first mod on this car should be. I'm actually thinking of wrapping this car a totally new color. But guys, I'm gonna wrap it up in today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, stay humble, stay blessed, peace.